whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up.
Hold up, is that Ben Shapiro I hear rapping? I don't know how anybody in their right mind would think they could read something like that to some kind of a beat and think that it's not going to get put to music and spread around the internet. I mean, come on, Ben.
Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
Whores in this house. There's some whore. I never thought I would hear Ben Shapiro breaking it down like that, but here you go.
WAP, which stands for a thing.
So Cardi B came out with a song. I'm sure y'all know this. It's been in the news, honestly. It's been making big headlines for a minute now. And I told myself I'm not gonna make a video on it. I'm not gonna make a video on it. And then Ben Shapiro drops this gold. And I'm sorry. I'm helpless at this point.
I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P word. Make that pullout game weak. Yeah, you effin' with some wet ass P word. P word is female genitalia.
Yes, Ben, WAP stands for a thing. Wet ass pussy. I know you can't say it. So throughout this video, whenever you hear him reciting the lyrics, he will say P word, dick is D word, but ass is fine. He's all about that ass. I watched this through one time and like, you know when you laugh so hard that your stomach starts to cramp up and you are in pain from just laughing your ass off? And then you start to realize that you've been tearing up because you just can't hold back the emotional response because it's just overwhelming. A lot of people are up in arms about this song. I'm gonna go through and talk about the ethical debate somehow that this has generated. But first you need to have some context. You need to kind of know what the song lyrics are because that's what has everybody's panties in a bunch. And who better to provide that context than Ben Shapiro? Because he has such a problem with this that he had to go on a rant and just talk about how it is vulgar and inappropriate and how dare women say these types of things. They say that and want us to respect them? How ridiculous. It's just absurd. Well, Ben, I would like to direct you specifically to check out my unboxing video, link in the description, where I open things that women use on their P words. Some of these things even make their P words wet. And then some of the things you make wet and then put them in your A. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's a good word. We can say ass. That's right, Ben. Sex toys. I go through and open a lot of lovely sex toys sent to me by AdamandEve.com, also lingerie. I love everything about Adam and Eve. I am obsessed with their products and I have so much fun doing these unboxings, so please click the link in the description. Go to AdamandEve.com and use my name, Jaclyn, Jaclyn, as a code at checkout and get 50% off any one item and free shipping. What better opportunity than now? Let Ben Shapiro's enthusiasm for exploring your sexuality just push you over the edge. Check out my video opening sex toys from AdamandEve.com. Yeah. Ben, if you're watching this and you just heard me say this, I know you're gonna go click on that video. I know you wanna see it. You say it's horribly offensive, but I know you're watching that video. Just like you watched WAP, probably in HD, for research, right? It's totally believable, it's fine. I believe you. Okay, so the last clip I played from him was the original where he was just reading the lyrics and complaining about them. I would rather go back to the version that someone made into a song. That's just a little bit more tolerable for me. So let's get back into the music.
I said certified freak 7 days a week.
Oh, okay. I know you're super into it. You're delivering these lyrics with a passion, but you can't let anyone know because that will go against our conservative values. So let's just tweet to throw everyone off. Let's tweet fact. Fact. I thought facts didn't care about your feelings, Ben. This feels more like a feeling and facts shouldn't care about it, but whatever. Fact. Rap isn't music, and if you think it is, you're stupid. Wow, hold on, let me put down my glass of wine for a second and just give you a round of applause. If you like this thing that I don't like, then you're stupid. Are we back in kindergarten? Are we? He prides himself on being excellent at debate and making logical arguments and being intelligent, and he goes, well, if you don't like what I like, then you're stupid. And actually, you know what, that was a pretty good impression.
Wet ass P word. Make that pullout game weak.
You're into it, Ben. You're not fooling anyone, even though you try so hard to throw everyone off, right? That tweet might not have done it, but maybe if you guys know that he actually wrote a book. He wrote a book on Porn Generation, How Social Liberalism is Corrupting Our Future, by Ben Shapiro. Sounds like it should be a cologne. I am not trying to plug his shitty website, but it does get to a point where it switches to just audio and he has it blocked out because he wants you to pay to watch this shit. We're not gonna do that, so I'm just gonna show you the still image for now. You just have to use your creativity to imagine how ridiculous he looks reading these things and giving his thoughts, because the commentary on it is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
It's, yeah, so this is all great.
Yeah, this is all great. Like, I have to keep listening to the song, right? It's not that I enjoy it. I think it is vulgar, it is inappropriate, it is exploiting women. I don't like it, I don't want to listen to it, but for research purposes, I do need to listen to it probably a few times, especially the music video. It's for research. I'm trying to protect the minds of our children, and I have to understand what it is that they're listening to these days. You see, it's bad, and my wife is a doctor. Anyways, let's get back to Ben dropping some beats. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, you effin' with some wet-ass P-word. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet-ass P-word.
For this wet-ass P-word. Yeah, this is so good. Are y'all laughing? If you're not, I don't know, you're broken.
Give me everything you've got for this wet-ass P-word. Beat it up, N-word, at your charge. Extra large and extra hard.
He's on beat. You know he's kind of into it. He's feeling it a little bit.
Put this P-word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card.
Like a credit card. Whoever made this is genius.
Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P-word is wet, come take a dive.
Oh no. I never thought I would hear Ben Shapiro say this P-word is wet, come take a dive.
It continues along these lines. And it gets significantly more vulgar. Like, a lot more vulgar.
That is just repulsive and unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior. There should not be any whores in this house. I know that there are whores in this house, but there should not be whores in this house. Whores are bad, you see. And you know what I find particularly funny about this? Is like Ben Shapiro has this reputation of, you know, being so repulsed by political correctness, right? He has a cup that says liberal tears and he drinks out of it and thinks it's so funny because these liberals are so triggered by everything. Isn't it crazy how they get upset about everything? Do you see the hypocrisy by any chance, Ben? Any chance? Because there's some whores in this house.
Talk your S-word, bite your lip, ask for a call while you ride that D-word. You really ain't never gonna F him for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet-ass P-word.
You know what's interesting is Carol Baskin has a lot of issues with this too because apparently showing wild cats in videos is glamorizing, using them for the wrong reasons, and I guess she was outspoken about it too. Everyone's butthurt over this one, guys. Everyone's real mad.
This is, guys, this is what feminists fought for. This is what the feminist movement was all about.
Oh, Ben. I feel like I have quite a few videos calling people out that I think are being extreme feminists and being kind of ridiculous, but like, there is something to the fact that Ben Shapiro and many others, by the way, these people are so butthurt over a woman singing these words, but have somehow managed to not make speeches whenever male rappers sing about their dicks getting sucked or being hard or all these bitches and money. Like, this is a very common thing that you hear in a lot of music and it doesn't make headlines. But now that someone is, a woman, God forbid, singing about these things, here's Ben Shapiro with his conservative tears apparently real butthurt and triggered over this monstrosity of ethics. You know, if you don't like it, there's a really simple thing you can do where you don't listen to it, you know? Just throwing it out there. You don't watch the music video. I don't see how it's necessary to make a rant video, give a speech, and try to virtue signal your way into the most ethical position possible. Like, you are the same asshole that will sit there and be like, liberals are so pathetic, liberal tears this, oh my god, they're triggered, they're social justice warriors, they're offended about everything, liberals just can't calm down, everything pisses them off, yet here you are like, oh my god, Cardi B is a rap song, it's just so inappropriate. Grow up, Ben.
It's not really about, you know, women being treated as independent, full, rounded human beings. It's about wet-ass P-word. And if you say anything differently, it's because you're a misogynist, you see.
You'll see, if I sit here and I complain about women singing this very inappropriate, very, very bad song, this makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like listening to it at all. I don't like this music video and the beautiful women in it at all. I hate it all, it's bad. You see, I'm a misogynist if I say those things. What I'm saying is that they should be full rounded human beings, which, speaking of round has curves, and then these women have a lot of curves, so they may be physically very, very well rounded in certain areas, and they're, you know, anyway, if you're a real feminist, you want women to be treated as people, like independent, full-rounded human beings. because feminism is about that. It's about women being ladies and being ladylike. It's not about women being treated the same as men who have been doing this very thing for a long time. You're not a feminist if you want equal treatment of men and women, right? You're a feminist if you want women to be treated as these delicate princesses that never say or do anything wrong and do not enjoy sex and do not cuss.
You see.
You see.
It gets really vulgar.
Really vulgar.
Really ridiculously good looking.
The backlash to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP proves society still hates sexually powerful women.
Oh God, don't ever make that. Oh, that noise will haunt my dreams forever.
You know, kind of typical music video kind of stuff, but it's very empowering.
So then he goes on to make fun of how some people view it as empowering, but right before that, did you guys catch it? He's like, this is like any typical music video. I mean, like, Ben Shapiro is also the king of saying free speech. Everyone should have free speech, which I agree with. I agree everyone should have free speech, even if you disagree with their position on religion or politics or how women should dress and behave and speak. If you have different opinions on that, whatever, you are very much allowed to say that. Freedom of speech is something Ben prides himself on being a subscriber to. So then I'm kind of wondering what his goal is with all of this. Would he like the song banned? Is his goal to get radio stations to not play it, for YouTube to not allow it? He did express a concern that it's on YouTube, so like, what is his ultimate goal? And if it is to remove the song or get it censored in some way, doesn't that kind of go against his everyone has the right to free speech shtick that he does all the time? And if he really thinks that free speech is for everyone, then why doesn't he just use his free speech to actually make an argument against why wet vaginas are a good thing? Maybe I need to hear the dry vagina argument, Ben. Convince me with an argument that dry vaginas are best. I'm listening. Yeah, it's vulgar. So, a lot of movies are vulgar, a lot of podcasts are vulgar, a lot of songs are vulgar. You do know, right, that you support a president that has talked about going around and grabbing women by the pussy, or P-word as you would like to call it. Where is your rant about that? And then his rant about feminism kind of gets under my skin too, and I've heard a lot of other people who are upset about this song talk about crazy feminists. Listen, I have interacted with my fair share of feminists, and I'll tell you what, they do not, a lot of them do not approve of being sexually open. Not every feminist is a sex positive feminist. A lot of them are not. I know because I've been heavily attacked by women who are feminists that go on my videos, especially my Adam and Eve unboxings, and are like, oh my God, this is why no one respects women, because of people like you. It's like, bitch, no, I'll do what I want, just like guys do, and I should get the same exact respect. And if I don't want that person in my life, so whatever. But it is a problem. Don't call Cardi B and everybody who supports this song crazy feminists. It's just not true. We are not, no one is asking for a position of superiority here, right? It's not like Cardi B walks in and no one's allowed to sing about these things and no one has ever, and she's like, yeah, but I'm a woman, therefore I deserve more. It's like, no, this has been going on for a long time. She walks in, does the exact same thing, is not asking for more, is asking for equal, right? Is asking for the same treatment. So if you view that as some kind of crazy feminist agenda to ask for equal treatment, maybe you should rethink. Just rethink for a second how you got there. But since he doesn't understand arousal, he goes on to talk about how it could be a serious gynecological problem.
As a sympathetic and empathetic human being, my first concern is that these women are describing a serious gynecological condition.
I have never heard of this wet vagina theory before, and if they have it, it must be because they're ill. That does not happen normally. I've certainly never seen it.
And, like, I'm serious, that these women are suffering from some sort of serious, I mean, a bucket and a mop? This sounds like there's something that is going on here that is not biologically normal.
It is not biologically normal for women to be turned on. What is this witchcraft? Come on, Ben, you really don't think that people use examples, that people don't use like metaphors in songs? Have you never heard that before? I don't think that she really literally means you need to bring a bucket and a mop. I think she's just saying this is something you might not understand. I think she's saying that she's aroused. Maybe this is new to you, Ben, because you've never seen an aroused woman, but I do think that that's what she's insinuating.
Fortunately, I know a doctor, who is my wife.
Oh yes, my wife's a doctor. I have a doctor, and she's my wife, and my wife is a doctor, and she's a medical physician, and I have a wife, and she's a doctor. By the way, she's a doctor.
And so I asked her for her medical diagnosis, and she looked at the lyrics herself, and after being kind of appalled by them, obviously.
Obviously she's appalled. Clearly anyone with half of a moral compass would be appalled. Blah.
She had a few sort of indicators here on how she could diagnose the vaginal condition that apparently these women are suffering from. So there are a few sort of giveaways. Here. So first of all, a bucket and a mop for this wet-ass P word. So first of all, she had to clarify whether wet-ass P word was a description of the P word or whether one of the clinical symptoms here was also diarrhea.
Wait, what? He's fucking full of shit. He knows that this isn't literal. What is he going on about, Ben? Who are you fooling?
Bring a bucket and a mop. So this suggests that there's an awful lot of, not to be too graphic, but some sort of medical discharge that's happening here.
You mean getting turned on? Is this really a concept that is that foreign to him that he thinks it's a medical condition? Is he just like refusing to accept that that's a thing because he's never made it happen for someone, so it must be a myth? Either a myth or a medical condition.
Apparently there's signs of prolapse, and I say that because hop on top, I want to ride, I do a Kegel while it's inside, so there's some signs of some actual clinical prolapse, which is a problem.
No! Leave a comment and let me know if you've either done that or been on the receiving end of that. Is it a medical condition? Is it a prolapse? Or does it maybe feel good? I can't decide which one, so please help me understand and clarify in the comments.
Also, there's some talk about where this person is putting their nose.
Yeah, swipe it through like a credit card. That was a great line.
And there's some talk about smelling. Right, there's a line here about gagging and choking, which suggests that perhaps there's an odor issue here.
Yes, the only way anyone would ever be gagged or get choked is if there is an odor, because no one would do that for fun, right? That's ridiculous.
Also, at some point in here, there's a reference to diabetes, about a person who engages in particular activity and ends up diabetic, which suggests a serious pH imbalance. So
it's a serious pH imbalance, Ben. You're so full of shit. You're so full of shit. If someone says they're trying to say it's sweet, it's too sad. It's too sad of a story if he truly doesn't know. Like, I feel bad for his wife, who's a doctor, by the way, but I feel bad for her. She sounds like the kind of girl that would say that orgasming is just a form of curing hysteria in women, and that's the only purpose it should ever serve, because what is pleasure? Pleasure is a sin. Maybe not a sin, but definitely unethical.
So the medical here was her differential. Her differential diagnosis, my wife the doctor.
My wife is a doctor, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned this before. My wife is a doctor's wife.
Was either these women are suffering from bacterial vaginosis or a yeast infection, or my wife suggested most probably they are suffering from trichomonas.
Ah, yes. We are talking about sexual intercourse, and I have noticed that a vagina is wet, and it must be diagnosed, because that's not normal. I've never experienced it, so what the hell is it?
I mean, I understand how empowering it is for women to sing about the moisture state of their genitals.
Where is your complaint about all the dudes talking about their hard dicks and getting their dick sucked and fucking bitches, all these? Where's the outrage there?
Because we're misogynists. I'm a sexist for saying that women are more than just, their wet-ass P words.
It is possible to do both. This might blow your fucking mind, but it is possible for women to embrace their sexuality and be viewed as something more than just that. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy to both be a human being that is sexual and also worth more than just a sexual object. But, that might be difficult when applied to women. But you're not a misogynist. Totally not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Is Ben Shapiro a misogynist or just horribly not capable of turning on a woman? It's one of the two of them. But get this, Cardi B actually tweeted about it. Oh god, he never fucked a black girl, so he mad. That is hilarious. Unfortunately, she deleted it pretty quickly after and replaced it with the gushy PG version, which is, I can't believe conservatives so mad about WAP. Yeah, I mean, it's funny though. It's funny. It's like a dual form of entertainment, right? Because you can be entertained by the song, It's a Bop, but then also almost equally entertained by all of these crazy people freaking out about it. They're just so offended. Anyway, I thought this was too funny to not talk about, and also it's just the perfect pairing with an Adam and Eve unboxing. Again, make sure to check out that link in my description below. Watch me open all of these things. Leave super triggered conservative comments, but make sure you put like a winky face so I know you're not really mad, because I get the mad comments too. Also comment below and let me know if y'all are feeling another live stream in the near future. I know I did Girl Defined and Onision, but I do think I am due for a Paul and Morgan live stream, maybe 6 hours. Let's see if, I don't know, I almost lost my shit doing the Girl Defined for 6 hours, so I don't know. But if you guys want me to, I'll do it. So leave a comment and let me know how high the demand is for a 6-hour live stream of watching Paul and Morgan so you don't have to whilst drinking heavily. I have to survive it somehow. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Ratings and comments really do help push my video in the YouTube algorithm, since they do go out of their way to censor me, suppress me, and demonetize me. So everybody who sends super chats during the premiere, I see you. Everybody who supports me on Patreon, patreon.com/Jacqueline, that means so much. And everybody who subscribes and helps to keep my channel going, I appreciate y'all. Also, another fun way to support me is by going to my merch store, ffvmerch.com. Got lots of cute things, a lot of devilish things, probably a sin to wear it, but hey, we're all going to hell, so it'll be a party. We can sing WAP the entire time. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Stay safe and try to stay sane. We're all trying. Might not be successful, but it's good to try. Bye!
Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass. Right, so